Everyone, Jewel back again with another super cool astrology video. And today we're talking about the sun in the first house and what someone is like who has this going on in their birth chart. So the first house is the house of self. It's the house of the physical body. It's the first house in the birth chart, and it really is talking about ego, the things of Aries. Aries is the original ruler of the first house. So the first house really carries this energy of Aries, this fiery independence. And the first house describes our birth and our upbringing. And when we're talking about the sun in the first house in this series, we're talking about personality traits, and how that really shows up in somebody's character. So people with the sun in the first house tend to be very sure of who they are. They are born with a real sense of self, and they find it very easy to know what they want and what they are after, what they want to put their energies into. There's not a lot of vacillating when it comes to who they are and what they're about. This is something that they always know. They rarely have to go through a process of understanding who they are or coming to a conclusion about who they are. They're very sure of their own sense of self. Now, depending on what else is in the first house, this can mitigate this. If Neptune is here, or in close aspect to the sun in some way, Venus with Neptune and the sun, that's gonna change things a little bit. Neptune, creates, some kind of a mystery about things, and, is nebulous and make things, difficult to establish and can confuse things. So when that's in aspect to the sun, that's really going to make things quite different. So in general, people with their sun in the first house are very strong-willed, and they're born with that. And they tend to have a larger ego, and they are very, very independent, very much about going their own way. They have a good sense of direction, and their identity is so strong that they really don't need a lot of support when it comes to getting where they're going. They're very good at reaching their goals and getting what they want. They are very brave. They can go after their goals in almost a ruthless fashion, compared to, similar to, sun in the 10th house in that respect. And they are healthy and strong and long-lived. I mean, this is the house of, the body, and we have the energy and the vitality and the expression coming into this house. So these people tend to be healthier, and they tend to live a long time, and their vitality is strong. I mean, they have a lot of energy. They have, these are people that will burn the candle at both ends. They're day people and they're night people. And they tend to go, and then crash. So there's not a lot of in between. They're either, going strong, or they're crashed out like a puppy. They are great leaders and bosses. They have excellent leadership energy, where people just want to fall in line behind them, because they put out a real sense of confidence, and that goes very far in convincing others that they are a good leader. They have an issue, people with sun in the first house, with not being able to see outside of their own reality. Their experiences really define for them what the world is. So in their mind, their experience is everybody's experience. Their opinion must be everybody's opinion. they really have a tendency to think that they're right. And they have a hard time seeing that other people's opinions and ways of doing things may be superior. So it's very much tunnel vision when it comes to how they view the world. Unless, we have some other things going here in the first house, kind of opening the mind, generally they tend to be very, very convinced that their experience is the universal experience. And it can take some real age for them to realize that other people are completely different. The father, for people with their sun in the first house, tended to be very strong, very authoritative. And there wasn't a lot of, generally there wasn't a lot of affection expressed. Now that can not be the case. You have to look at everything. We're just talking about one thing here, sun in the first house. But generally the father was very, very much the boss of the family. Not so much a family man as a boss type of figure. A lot of times, people with the sun in the first house, they grow up, not wanting to be like the father, but usually they do end up acting out a lot of the characteristics that they originally did not want to incorporate into their personality. A lot of times they end up with a lot of those same characteristics. They very much take after their fathers. When it comes to relationships, they are more difficult to deal with than people with their sun in other places, because they are very much the leaders in their relationship, and they don't take direction well. They can very much establish an employee or boss employee kind of relationship with the people that they are in a marriage relationship with. And this is difficult to get them to understand, because people with their sun in the first house are so convinced of their way, or their right way, that they have a lot of blind spots. There's a lot in their life that they don't know, they don't realize, and they know what they know, and then they know what they don't know, but there is a whole huge world that they don't understand that is all about what they don't know, what they don't know. So more than other placements, these people tend to not have a lot of self-awareness. So that's my analysis of people with sun in the first house. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with more super cool videos. You can find me on the internet at Truth and Aspect Astrology, and on Facebook at Truth and Aspect Astrology. And I'll be back soon. Bye.